I'm Adam.
And I'm Brian.
And we are
Drinking in the Basement.
Let's go right to what's coming up at the store in the coming weeks. On April 1st, we have the April Fool's tasting. You got to be in the it's an after-hours tasting.
Yep.
Got to be in the store before 9 o'clock. We're going to shut the doors then, and whoever's there gets to taste some great wines.
And then April 16th from 1 to 5 is the spring tasting. Over about 100 wines, all price ranges, ready for you to taste and enjoy.
And that should be a great time. It's always a huge crowd. Next week we're going to be drinking in Disney, as we've told you,
With our families.
and we're looking forward to it. Now let's cut to the live studio audience. We love drinking in the basement. Where's my coasters? Is that box wine? Brian, I'm so happy that you could have your grandfather join us.
It's great to have him here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And yes, today's segment is on boxed wine, hence the change in venue.
That's right. Wines, we come to Brian's house.
That's right.
All right, so we have 4 different kinds of box wine. Well, 4 different brands of box wine here. They're all the same kind. They're all Cabernet Sauvignon. The first one is Franzia. Then we have Peter Bella, Boda Box, and Black Box. And neither Brian nor I have tried these box wines, so this is going to be our first attempt at it. So let's get right to it. All right, the first one we have is Franzia. And I printed out, by the way, just a little bit of background. Box wine was invented in 1965 by a man named Thomas Angove in Australia. That's about all I have on him. All right, so we have this Franzia.
Never done wine via a faucet before.
Nice.
Interesting.
All right, so I printed out what Franzia say on their website about their wine, and there's not a lot on here. It just says, a satisfying dry red wine with cherry and plum aromas. Complements beef and dark chocolates. So let's see. So we're going to use
remember the
S's.
S's.
All right, I mean, it's got
What's clear?
purple.
Light color for
Yeah, light
Cabernet.
purple.
It's a light color for Cabernet. Cabernet is usually much darker, so this is a light color. There's a reason why I've never had boxed wine, and this is it.
Yeah.
Not much of a nose, other than some staleness at the start. For those of you who have wine at church,
I don't even know what to say. This is truly awful. That's about it.
Pardon.
We do sell us wine, but I don't think we can. I don't think we're finishing this. This is a dump it out wine. That was really bad. Hopefully these others will be better. Little background just on Franzia though. Fred Franzia does not own Franzia. He owns a company called Bronco Wine. They make Charles Shaw, which is sold at Trader Joe's for $2 chuck is what it's called.
So the next one,
Next we have is Peter Bella. This is owned by Gallo.
Push button.
There's actually a guy named Peter Bella who works for Gallo who developed this wine for them.
If Screw Cap has taken the romance
All
out
right,
of wine,
that's enough. Let's.
this has made it worse.
All right. So I also printed out some information from Peter Bella on this wine. It says the grapes from Peter Bella are harvested from some of California's best-known growing regions. Unlike many other Cabernets, however, this wine is created in a light-bodied, easy-to-enjoy style with soft notes of cherry fruit and a wonderful smooth finish. All right, so let's try this one out.
Very little nose, slight hint of detergent.
All right, it's got a similar color. It actually may be a little lighter.
A little lighter. It is a little
than
lighter.
Franzia.
Bubbles. Bubbles.
All right, I think this one has a little bit of a better nose than Franzia. It doesn't have a lot, but
Not a lot. If it's anything, it's
it's better than
sweet
Franzia.
cherry, maybe
Yeah.
a hint of cherry.
Yeah. All right, let's go for it. All right, so this is not as bad as Franzia.
No.
It's got a little bit of fruit to it. I mean, I can almost see this drinking this cold outside on a hot day.
Hawaiian Punch.
There you go.
Hawaiian Punch.
All right, but I can't say this is truly awful.
We have a friend, neighbor that may be very much interested in this.
Yeah, this is not. I mean, it's not terrible. It is what it is. Just very fruity wine. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Bota Box.
Bota Box. Bota Box is owned by Delicato. I'm not sure if it's the same wine that's in Delicato, but we're gonna.
We're actually moving a little bit upscale in terms of. Can you talk about the prices of these?
The prices. These are like $12 or $13 for the Franzia and the Bella. They're pretty much the same price. This one's Bota Box is a little more. I didn't actually write down the price. I think it's maybe around $19.99, something like that.
$20. And what, mind you, the first two, these are 5-liter boxes.
Right, that's right.
That's the equivalent of 6.5 bottles of wine. So basically a half a case of wine.
That's a lot of wine punch.
This is a half a case of wine. It's a lot of wine punch. This is the equivalent of 4 bottles.
Right. Those are 3 liters. The last two.
Yeah.
Right, so this one is considerably darker to me than the first two.
Actually, a more true Cabernet nose.
Yeah, it's got a much more of a nose to it.
This is a 2009. These appear to be non-vintage. They're non-vintage, meaning basically they just take buckets of juice and pour them into a box.
Correct.
This is a 2009 California Cabernet. So I think the rule is at least 80% needs to be from this vintage and from California.
Correct.
Wine Spectator, very known industry publication, rated this 2007 vintage the highest rated box Cabernet.
All right, well, let's read what it says from their website. It says it offers a delicate floral note in the glass, quickly developing into robust aromas of black cherry and blackberry jam, with just a touch of cedar and vanilla. Medium in body, this wine is supple and juicy, with rich flavors of plum, blackcurrant, and black cherry.
Well, it sounds like we're just now about to have some Harlan Estate.
All right, it doesn't have a bad nose.
It's a true Cabernet nose. Fruit, berries, blackberries.
Yeah, I can smell the blackberry.
Some vanilla, so it's really not.
Yeah, it's got a pleasant nose. It's got a better nose than the first two. A
little bit of there's tannic backbone to it, so it's got some structure.
Right, but it's still
thin.
Still very light.
Very light, thin taste, but it's got, if you ever drink dry red wine, you get tannic or that drying sensation. This has
very little.
Very little, but it has it. The first two didn't at all. This actually has that.
All right, so I don't think it's. I might drink the Peterbella first just because I drink it cold almost outside. This is just. I mean, there's not a lot to it, so I'm not going to give it a glowing review, but
better than the first two as a representative of Cabernet.
As a Cabernet, it's better, but for drinking, I might even drink the Peterbella first. All right, let's move on to Black Box. Black Box, I have their printout, which has a lot more information on it than the first three. As you can see, it got a gold medal from the Wine Enthusiast as one of their 14 best buys. It says this Cabernet is a full-bodied wine displaying lovely aromas of black currants with hints of vanilla and toasty oak. Flavors of juicy blackberries and chocolate come together with smooth tannins, leading to a soft and lingering finish. This wine pairs well with filet mignon and roast duck, as well as wild mushroom ravioli.
I didn't know McDonald's was coming out with a filet.
All right, so let's see.
Similar nose, a little darker than the first two, similar to Bota Box.
Yeah, I'd say it's similar color to Bota Box.
Similar nose, more of a true Cabernet nose to it.
Yeah. I get that blackberry again. I can't say I smelled any chocolate.
Actually, very little taste. I don't taste really anything.
All right, so this is
for all of you wine lovers out there that have tried time and time again to get the non-wine lovers in your life to love wine, and they say, I really don't like wine, this is what they've been drinking.
Well, no, they might actually like this because wine punch. Who doesn't like wine punch?
It's true.
So again, this is, I don't think it's any better than Bota Box. It's more expensive than Bota Box, but I'd rate them not not great.
I would say in my order, 1, 2, 3, just doesn't rank.
See, yeah, the Franzia I thought was awful. I would drink the Peter Bella cold
On a
hot
dry
summer
summer?
day, and these I probably wouldn't drink either. I mean, they are what they are, I guess. They're easy to use. I mean, it was easy to, take these and open them up for a large party. And I guess that's what they're for.
Large parties.
So, I guess we'll click our glasses and say that we'll see
see you
at
in Disney
next week.
Until then,
we are
drinking in the basement.